You are the authority over your financial destiny. The first step in breaking financial blockages and commanding your money is to understand that wealth is not something you merely hope for. It is something you are designed to attract, steward, and release with purpose. Every word you speak, every decision you make, and every mindset you hold has the power to shape your financial reality. Recognize that limitations do not define you. Scarcity is not your inheritance. Poverty is not your portion. You were created to prosper, to expand, and to experience abundance in every area of your life. Begin this journey by claiming your authority with intention and boldness. Declare that every area of your finances, from your income to your investments, your bills to your savings, falls under your dominion. When you understand your authority, you activate the spiritual laws that govern prosperity, positioning yourself to receive resources that were previously blocked or unseen. Speak life into your finances, visualizing opportunities, favor, and provision flowing towards you without hindrance. Stand boldly and command your financial situation with clarity. Limitations, setbacks, and obstacles have no power over you when you assert your authority. Speak declarations that dismantle fear, doubt, and lack, for words carry creative energy. Declare that your resources are multiplied, your debts are removed, and opportunities are aligned perfectly with your skills and vision. Your authority over your finances is not passive. It requires action aligned with declaration. As you claim what is yours, you begin to think differently, act differently, and respond differently to financial challenges. This mindset shift breaks cycles of limitation and opens doors to wealth that were previously hidden. The spiritual realm responds to faith-filled, authoritative words. Every time you command your money, every time you refuse to accept limitation, you create a pathway for abundance to manifest naturally. Visualization and expectation strengthen your authority. Picture yourself walking in financial freedom. Feel the relief of cleared debts, the joy of overflowing accounts, and the empowerment of having resources to meet every need and opportunity. Speak these realities aloud. Declare them with confidence. Your authority grows as your belief solidifies. You are no longer subject to chance, circumstance, or limitation. You are a financial leader over your life, empowered to break generational curses, to overcome setbacks, and to command prosperity in every area. Wealth is not a distant dream. It is a present reality you are called to steward. Your words, actions, and faith work in harmony to position you in favor, to remove blockages, and to command resources in alignment with your purpose. Begin today by stepping fully into your authority, knowing that abundance flows to those who take control of their financial destiny with clarity, boldness, and faith. Financial curses are not myths or distant stories. They are real patterns that have the power to limit your prosperity if left unaddressed. They often appear as repeated failures, missed opportunities, unexpected financial setbacks, or cycles of debt that seem impossible to escape. These curses may have been passed down through generations or formed through negative experiences, words, or beliefs spoken over your life. The first step in overcoming them is awareness. You must clearly identify the areas where lack, limitation, or loss consistently appear. Acknowledge them without fear or shame, and recognize that these curses hold no power over you unless you allow them. Take authority over your finances and make a conscious decision that these patterns will end now. Pray boldly, declaring that every curse, every spoken word, every negative expectation that has attempted to control your wealth is broken. Speak with confidence and authority, knowing that as you name these blockages, you create the foundation for freedom and abundance to flow. Breaking financial curses requires deliberate action and faith-filled declaration. Pray with the expectation that what you command will be carried out in the spiritual realm and manifested in your life. Declare that every chain of poverty, every spirit of limitation, and every ancestral curse has no place in your financial journey. Replace fear with faith, lack with abundance, and limitation with divine favor. Your words carry creative power, and as you speak with clarity, you realign your reality with the principles of prosperity. Visualize these curses dissolving, replaced by opportunities, financial breakthrough, and provision. Affirm that every area of your finances is now open to divine blessings, and that no blockage can remain. Speak as one who has authority, not as one who is pleading or hoping, for your declaration activates spiritual forces that work on your behalf. Empower yourself to take responsibility for your financial destiny by committing to consistent action. Curses lose their strength when confronted with authority, faith, and obedience. Begin to replace old habits and limiting thoughts with behaviors and beliefs that support growth, wealth, and freedom. Command resources to flow into your life and step forward with confidence into opportunities you may have previously ignored or doubted. By identifying and breaking financial curses, you take back control of your financial story. You establish an unshakable foundation that opens the door to wealth, provision, and favor. Each declaration you make, each prayer you speak, and each action you take strengthens your authority and ensures that no curse, block, or limitation can restrain your financial breakthrough. Stand firm, speak boldly, and know that abundance is your portion, and financial curses no longer define your reality. Limiting beliefs about money are invisible chains that keep you from stepping into your full financial potential. These beliefs often take root in childhood, past experiences, or societal messages, quietly shaping your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors around finances. Statements like, "I will never be wealthy," "money does not grow on trees," or "rich people are greedy," may seem harmless, but they form mental barriers that prevent opportunities from manifesting in your life. To overcome these blockages, you must first become aware of the beliefs that are controlling your financial reality. Identify every thought, pattern, and assumption that reinforces lack. Examine your habits and decisions and ask whether they are aligned with abundance or limitation. Awareness is the first step toward freedom because you cannot remove what you do not recognize. Once you have clearly identified these beliefs, you can begin to confront and dismantle them. Speak with authority, declaring that these thoughts no longer hold power over your finances and that your mind is now a fertile ground for wealth, wisdom, and opportunity. Replacing limiting beliefs requires intentional declarations and consistent reinforcement of truth. You must consciously feed your mind with empowering statements that align with prosperity. Say aloud, "I am worthy of wealth. I am capable of financial breakthrough. Opportunities flow to me freely." These declarations shift your energy, aligning your thoughts with abundance rather than scarcity. It is not enough to simply think differently. You must speak and act in accordance with the reality you are creating. Visualize yourself making wise financial decisions, successfully managing resources, and experiencing the freedom that comes from consistent provision. Your mind is a magnet for financial outcomes, and by replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, you activate a new reality that attracts wealth, favor, and divine opportunities. Every time you affirm abundance, you reinforce a mindset that supports financial growth rather than restriction. True transformation occurs when belief and action converge. Limiting beliefs cannot survive in a mind and life that are aligned with divine principles of provision, wisdom, and diligence. As you continue to identify old thought patterns and replace them with statements of faith and authority, you create a new mental and spiritual foundation for wealth. Make it a daily practice to speak words that affirm your financial destiny, break cycles of limitation, and command opportunities to manifest. Engage in habits that support abundance, wise budgeting, investment, education, and proactive pursuit of resources. Command clarity, insight, and creativity to guide every financial decision. By consistently removing limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering declarations, you step into a reality where money is not a source of stress, but a tool to fulfill your purpose and expand your influence. Stand in your authority, knowing that your mind is now aligned with the flow of divine provision, and no limitation can hinder your financial breakthrough. Prayer is a powerful tool that goes beyond asking. It is a declaration of authority and expectation. When you command wealth through prayer, you are not merely hoping for financial relief, you are declaring what is already yours by divine right. Understand that prayer aligns your spirit with the flow of abundance, opening doors that human effort alone cannot unlock. Begin by speaking directly to your financial circumstances. Name them, confront them, and command change. Declare that every blockage, limitation, and obstacle is removed in the authority you possess. Speak with boldness and faith, knowing that your words carry creative power. Command streams of income to flow freely, opportunities to present themselves at the perfect time, and financial provision to manifest in every area of your life. Prayer becomes a spiritual lever that activates both divine favor and practical wisdom, allowing wealth to come with clarity, speed, and precision. To command wealth through prayer, you must be deliberate and specific. General wishes are easily ignored. Precise declarations hold power. Speak over your bank accounts, investments, business ventures, and career, commanding favor, growth, and breakthrough. Declare that all debts are cleared, that resources multiply, and that financial doors open that no one can shut. Do not pray in fear or uncertainty. Pray from a place of authority, knowing that your voice moves mountains. As you pray, visualize your finances transforming, bills paid, savings increasing, and opportunities multiplying. Feel the confidence and peace of being aligned with divine provision. Your declarations are not empty words. They are commands that awaken spiritual forces and align circumstances in your favor. Repeat these prayers consistently, reinforcing your authority over your financial reality and strengthening your faith in the outcome. Prayer must be accompanied by belief and expectancy. As you command wealth, expect results and act on opportunities that align with your declarations. Recognize that prayer does not replace action but amplifies it, positioning you to receive resources and ideas that otherwise remain hidden. Command insight to make wise decisions, creativity to discover new opportunities, and courage to step into ventures that produce abundance. Speak life over your finances daily, affirming that no lack, blockage, or limitation can withstand your authority. Command wealth with boldness and consistency, knowing that your prayers are not requests, but authoritative decrees. Your spoken word, backed by faith and expectation, becomes a magnet for prosperity. Stand firm in your authority as you command wealth through prayer. Your declarations shape your reality, break strongholds, and activate divine favor. Commit to daily practice, speak boldly, and act decisively. Recognize that prayer is not passive. It is a tool of power, a channel of influence, and a declaration of victory over limitation. As you command your finances, watch opportunities multiply, resources increase, and blockages disappear. Step into the fullness of your authority, knowing that every prayer you declare is a command that reshapes your financial destiny and positions you in freedom, abundance, and favor. Favor is a powerful principle that opens doors no one can close and positions you for breakthrough in every area of life, especially finances. Activating favor requires awareness, intentionality, and consistent declaration. Favor is not earned by effort alone. It is activated by faith, alignment, and the authority with which you speak over your life. Begin by recognizing that divine favor can shift circumstances, redirect opportunities, and release resources that were previously inaccessible. Command favor over your career, business, and personal finances with confidence and authority. Declare that every door that aligns with your purpose opens at the perfect time, that every connection you need appears, and that every opportunity is positioned to multiply your resources. Favor is not passive. It is an active force that flows in response to your declarations, faith-filled actions, and readiness to receive. To activate favor, you must combine prayer with specific declarations that align with your vision. Speak boldly, commanding divine assistance in your finances. Declare that opportunities for income, growth, and wealth appear at the right time and place, and that every situation works in your favor. Do not wait for luck or chance. Speak life over your circumstances, expecting breakthrough. Favor positions you to receive what you may not yet see, and as you declare it consistently, you magnetize people, resources, and circumstances toward your prosperity. Visualize doors opening, contracts being signed, promotions awarded, and partnerships flourishing. The universe responds to clarity, authority, and expectancy, and favor becomes the bridge between your declaration and tangible results. Favor requires readiness to act on the opportunities it brings. When doors open, you must step boldly and decisively. Command insight, wisdom, and discernment to recognize the opportunities that align with your purpose. Refuse to settle for mediocrity or half-hearted engagement. Activate favor daily by aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with abundance. Speak statements of favor over meetings, negotiations, projects, and collaborations. Command divine connections that bring resources and multiply your impact. Your declarations and actions, combined with faith-filled expectancy, create an unstoppable flow of opportunities that reinforce your financial breakthrough. Stand boldly in the authority you have to activate favor and opportunity. Declare that every situation aligns with your purpose, every door opens according to divine timing, and every relationship and resource works to elevate your life. Refuse to allow obstacles, doubts, or limitations to block the flow of favor. Favor is your right, activated by prayer, declaration, and aligned action. Step into it with confidence, knowing that every opportunity, every connection, and every blessing is positioned to increase your financial abundance, strengthen your influence, and release you into the full measure of success. Walk in favor, claim every opportunity, and know that abundance flows effortlessly to those who command it with faith, clarity, and authority. Debt is more than a financial burden. It is a cycle that often represents spiritual, emotional, and generational blockages. It can weigh heavily on your mind, limit your options, and create stress that affects every area of life. To break free from this cycle, you must first recognize that you have authority over every obligation and every financial challenge. Debt does not define you, and struggle is not your destiny. Stand boldly and declare that every chain of financial limitation is broken. Speak with authority, commanding all obligations, interest, and burdens to be released, replaced, or multiplied into provision. Take spiritual authority over your finances, knowing that you are empowered to dismantle every stronghold that has sought to restrict your growth. As you declare freedom, visualize your debts being resolved, your accounts stabilized, and your financial pathway cleared for opportunity and abundance. Breaking financial struggle requires both spiritual and practical alignment. It is not enough to speak and pray. Action is required to reinforce your declarations. Command wisdom, discipline, and clarity in the management of every resource you receive. Plan, budget, and invest with intention, knowing that your authority over finances grows as your actions align with your declarations. Pray boldly, declaring that every decision, every payment, and every strategy aligns with prosperity and freedom. Command insight to detect opportunities to increase income and reduce expenses. Recognize that your words, actions, and faith combined are more powerful than any debt or financial obstacle. By stepping into this authority, you disrupt the cycles that have held your finances hostage, positioning yourself to receive and steward abundance with confidence and clarity. Every step you take to manage your finances reinforces the spiritual declarations you make. Speak life over your accounts, business ventures, and financial decisions. Command resources to flow and multiply, debts to be cleared, and provision to manifest in alignment with your purpose. Do not allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to dominate your actions. Stand firm and affirm that financial struggle is no longer your portion. Repeat your declarations consistently, knowing that the spiritual realm responds to authority, expectancy, and aligned action. As you maintain discipline and faith, cycles of debt weaken and disappear, replaced by stability, freedom, and opportunity. Understand that breaking financial struggle is both a mindset and a practice. Commit daily to praying, declaring, and acting with authority. Visualize a life free of financial stress, abundant in resources, and empowered to respond to opportunities without limitation. Every prayer you speak, every step you take, and every declaration you make strengthens your position as the master of your finances. Debt no longer controls you, struggle no longer defines you, and prosperity flows toward you as you exercise authority, make wise decisions, and step boldly into financial freedom. Command your money, command your provision, and break every cycle that would hold you back from abundance. Gratitude is a powerful spiritual principle that transforms your financial reality by shifting your focus from lack to abundance. When you cultivate a heart of thankfulness, you create an environment where blessings are recognized and multiplied. Financial blockages weaken in the presence of consistent gratitude because it aligns your mind, spirit, and actions with divine provision. Begin by expressing thanks for what you already have, even if it seems small. Acknowledge every resource, every opportunity, and every favor that has been extended to you. Speak these acknowledgments aloud, declaring appreciation for both seen and unseen blessings. Gratitude is not passive. It is an active declaration of faith, signaling that you are ready to receive more. As you consistently practice thankfulness, your perspective shifts, and you begin to see possibilities and resources that were previously hidden. opening pathways for financial growth and breakthrough. The act of gratitude strengthens your authority over financial blockages. By expressing thanks, you reinforce the truth that abundance is your portion and limitation is not your inheritance. Every prayer of gratitude creates a magnet that draws resources, opportunities, and favor toward you. Begin each day by thanking for provision you are yet to receive, trusting that what you declare aligns with divine timing and perfect strategy. Gratitude positions your mind and spirit to recognize opportunities when they appear, ensuring you are prepared to act. Speak life over your finances, your business ventures, and your income streams, affirming that every area of provision multiplies. By consistently reinforcing thankfulness, you shift the vibration of your life from scarcity to abundance, creating a fertile environment where financial breakthroughs are possible. Gratitude also empowers your declarations over wealth and provision. Combine thankfulness with specific statements of authority, commanding resources to flow, debts to be cleared, and opportunities to align with your purpose. Visualize your accounts expanding, investments growing, and opportunities multiplying. Speak with confidence, knowing that your gratitude amplifies the power of your words and declarations. Each acknowledgement of provision strengthens your connection to divine favor, accelerating financial breakthroughs. Do not wait for a perfect circumstance to be thankful. Cultivate a spirit of gratitude in every situation, recognizing that every step forward is a sign of progress and alignment with abundance. Stand boldly in the practice of gratitude as a catalyst for wealth. Daily thankfulness activates unseen resources, removes resistance, and strengthens your authority over financial blockages. By combining gratitude with prayer, declaration, and action, you create a complete framework for prosperity. Recognize that financial breakthroughs flow to those who are thankful, aware, and proactive. Declare thanks for every blessing, visualize abundance in every area of life, and act on opportunities with clarity and confidence. Gratitude is not just a habit, it is a spiritual strategy that opens the doors of favor, multiplies provision, and positions you to receive wealth that is aligned with your purpose, vision, and divine destiny. Prayer and declaration are powerful, but they must be paired with immediate action to manifest financial breakthrough. Speaking words of authority over your finances signals your intention to the spiritual realm, but it is your deliberate actions that align reality with your declarations. To command your money and break financial blockages, you must act decisively, knowing that every step you take reinforces your prayers. Start by assessing your current financial situation with clarity, identifying areas that need attention, and creating a plan that reflects the abundance you are commanding. Every payment made, every opportunity pursued, and every wise financial choice you take is a step in alignment with divine provision. The universe responds to action taken with intention and faith, multiplying the impact of your declarations and solidifying the breakthrough you have been praying for. Declaring completion is a crucial component of commanding your finances. When you speak over your financial situation, affirm that every cycle of limitation, delay, or blockage is now over. Declare that debts are resolved, opportunities are manifesting, and resources are flowing freely. Completion is not a wish. It is an authoritative statement that sets a spiritual and mental standard for your reality. Visualize your financial goals achieved, your bills paid, and your wealth multiplied. Repeat these declarations daily, reinforcing your faith and expectation. By speaking and acting in harmony, you create a rhythm of alignment between what you believe, what you declare, and what you do. This alignment activates the spiritual laws of provision, enabling your prayers to translate into tangible results and ensures that no blockage can resist your command. Immediate action also requires courage, discipline, and consistency. Do not wait for perfect circumstances or for every opportunity to appear fully formed. Step forward with faith, trusting that the actions you take are aligned with the provision and breakthroughs you are commanding. Manage your resources wisely, invest in opportunities that reflect your vision, and take practical steps that support the wealth you are declaring. Your authority over finances is strengthened as you combine declaration, prayer, and action, creating a momentum that compounds with each step forward. Every decision made in alignment with your prayers contributes to the dismantling of financial blockages and the activation of abundance. Stand boldly in the authority you have to command your finances, Declare completion over every limitation, speak with confidence over every opportunity, and act decisively toward every goal. Recognize that your words, prayers, and actions work together to position you in freedom, prosperity, and favor. Take ownership of your financial journey, knowing that every step you take in alignment with your declarations magnifies the power of your prayers. Immediate action, combined with consistent declaration, ensures that financial breakthroughs are realized swiftly and permanently. Command your money, claim your provision, and celebrate the completion of every cycle of limitation, knowing that abundance is your portion and financial freedom is your reality.